Hello and welcome to the 2022 McAllen Holiday Shoebox Parade. I'm Roy Cantu.
And I'm Xochitl Mora, all dolled up and feeling mighty fine. Thank you so much for joining us on the award-winning McAllen Cable Network for this magical evening.
We had such a great time hosting the first McAllen Holiday Shoebox Parade. We are back in style on Bicentennial Boulevard to bring you the incredible illuminated floats and balloons for the second annual McAllen Holiday Shoebox Parade presented by the City of McAllen.
Roy, isn't it a grand night to see the one-of-a-kind parade along the McAllen City skyline? You can see every star in the sky. This golden hour certainly brings out my skin tones.
It's so magical to be under this Texas sky. You can see snowflakes the size of Texas. Thanks to the McAllen Cable Network crew for the three-point lighting. The opacity and the bokeh shots are just awesome.
Roy, wow, that's some really technical talk. I'm glad you and our amazingly talented camera crew know what you were talking about. As for me, it's like I just stepped out of a box, ready for the McAllen Holiday Shoebox Parade.
Sochi, this year we received hundreds of entries or maybe just 20-some shoebox floats for the McAllen Holiday Shoebox Parade, but we have new, beautiful, and creative floats in the parade.
We have the South Padre Island Vuelta Zone back this year. You will get a chance to see balloons go swirly-twirly in the Vuelta Zone. New this year is the McAllen International Airport Skybox Zone, where you could get one of the best seats in the house. But it's a skybox. You won't necessarily be up in the air, but you'll be treated by the best staff at the McAllen International Airport, where they go above and beyond.
Here we go with the McAllen Police Department kicking off this year's parade. These men and women in blue are keeping McAllen safe. According to law enforcement officials from across the state and the United States, McAllen is one of the safest cities in the country.
Here's our Grand Marshal McAllen Mayor Javier Villalobos. He's the ambassador for the City of McAllen wherever he goes. He promotes the McAllen business community. In fact, he is making sure all the potholes around town are getting fixed as we speak. Mayor Villalobos wishes everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Here comes something frosty and a bit chilly. It's the world's biggest snowman to kick off the McAllen Holiday Shoebox Parade presented by the City of McAllen. This ginormous snowman is floating across the McAllen sky. Here's a fun fact. The average annual temperature in McAllen is 72 degrees year-round.
Sounds lovely. And here's something coming down Bicentennial Boulevard that is smelling so delicious. It's so dreamy. It's a gingerbread dream cloud. I'm sure he's dreaming of a sweet candy land. This float is so cute and colorful, it even lights up. It's a Martha Stewart inspiration. This entry is designed by 12-year-old Belicia.
It's a colorful Merry Christmas float full of imagination. The designer for the float is Alicia, who's a teacher in McAllen, and her inspiration is her pride that comes from teaching. The float is decked out with every color of crayon. She says coloring shows the brightness in this wonderful world.
Can you just hear the holiday music this time of the year? Our next parade entry is called Holiday Music to Your Ears. The theme of the float is early childhood music education. Miss Marisa put together the float together to reflect her business kinder music. There's a couple of age-appropriate instruments used in class on board. Egg shakers, one bell that jingles, and a drum with hopes of bringing a smile to the faces of children. She's been teaching music for 20 years.
Let's get the party, or better yet, the fiesta started. Here's the South Pole Fiesta with Santa's reindeer that love McAllen so much that they wish they could celebrate Christmas Day here. However, they're usually flying around the world to help out Santa Claus. This float was created by the Mackay Art Society, which is committed to community and school projects to help beautify the great city of McAllen.
The City of McAllen Engineering Department is back to the McAllen Holiday Shoebox Parade. Their float is working around the city, and here we find Santa's little helpers putting in the sweat to keep McAllen running. These industrious little elves are taking care of all of the city streets and city infrastructure. On behalf of the City of McAllen Engineering Department, they want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Here's looking at a family project with this daughter and mom creation. It's called Let It Snow. 10-year-old Anna says she loves snowmen, but it's not possible in McAllen to build snowmen, so she wants a Christmas miracle of snow this year. She's keeping her fingers crossed and it snows. She wants to build her own Frosty. Anna admits playing with fire or glue guns is dangerous, so she asked her mom to help her apply the fluffy snow with a glue gun. Remember, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Frosty doesn't like fire, but if you do have an emergency and need help, call the McAllen Fire Department at 911.
Here's a whimsical creation called A Cowboy Christmas. Christmas in the city is beautiful because of the big city lights during the holidays. But for some cowboys, the quiet Christmas life at the ranch is the perfect peaceful Christmas environment. You can surround yourself with a family around a campfire and enjoy the holidays in the outdoors. This float, designed by Mirna, a McAllen resident, is reminiscent of that quiet joy found at the ranch.
This next creation is to bring awareness for the autism community. It's called Autism Christmas Around the World. Micah is a 9-year-old boy with autism. He may not communicate much, but he loves Christmas, especially all the colors and decorations. People are kind during this time of the year, but Micah and his family say it's always important to be kind to everyone with special needs. Micah and his mom, Maria, created this float to show it's okay to be different, that autism does not come with a manual, but with a family and friends who don't give up.
Here comes McAllen's pride, the City of McAllen Band with its members all dressed up for the holidays. These incredible band members were triumphant at the recent Pigskin Jubilee. Let's take a listen to these holiday tunes.
Look what's coming up next, a minty wonderland. This creative yet delicious float can be seen and eaten if you like life-size peppermints. There's nothing like a peppermint during the holidays. This creation was designed by 15-year-old Lali. Apparently she loves glitter too. There's plenty of glitter from the broken snow globe on board.
Let's blast off with our next entry. It's a Christmas in space. This rocket is going to the South Pole and beyond. Tanya is the designer who shot a rocket ship into space with planets all around and delivered a Christmas tree to the moon. Here's hoping for a brighter future and a very Merry Christmas.
Here's our friends from Easter Seals RGV with all their abilities, limitless possibilities. It starts here. Easter Seals RGV is changing the way the world defines disabilities by making profound, positive differences in people's lives every day. Locally, Easter Seals RGV has been serving the Valley for 70 years. They designed their float to represent the local landmark to show their Easter Seals RGV administration offices.
Check out this radio flyer from Lax Furniture. They're one of our amazing community partners with a Good Time Christmas float. This radio flyer hopes to bring the beauty of childhood innocence to light. Every child should have a radio flyer after Christmas to load up their wagon with toys and carrying them to play with their neighborhood friends.
'Tis the season. You can see our very own City of McAllen Office of Communications shoebox float entry. It's a winter wonderland TV studio with a giant king penguin. You can see the MC and crew from the McAllen Cable Network capturing the McAllen Holiday Parade presented by HEB and powered by Bird Ogden Auto Group. Please follow the City of McAllen on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at the City of McAllen. The Office of Communications would like to wish everyone a Feliz Navidad y Prospero Año Nuevo.
Here's Kirby, the McAllen Recycling Center mascot. Kirby is a hero with children everywhere because wherever you see Kirby, a child learns the importance of recycling. This float is crafted by the McAllen Recycling Center. As you can see, it's our very own city manager, Mr. Roy Rodriguez, driving this masterpiece made out of recycled material down the parade route. Its mission is to educate and provide recycling services to the community.
Welcome home, Winter Texans. Here's an RV decked out for the holidays. The McAllen area is home to hundreds of RV resorts with thousands of visitors who call the Rio Grande Valley home during the winter months. We have visitors from across the United States and Canada.
It's a chill and relaxing Christmas. Everyone is relaxing at the pond. Here's Santa fishing with a snowman. The artists for this remarkable float are 7-year-old Ethan and 10-year-old Alden. These young fishermen wanted to bring the joy of fishing in the wilderness.
Do you want to hit the slopes? This is a Palmas Christmas created by 11th and 12th grade McAllen Memorial High School students, Miranda, Jasmine, and Haley, plus their fantastic teacher, Miss Roberts. It's called A Palm for Everyone because their wish is everyone gets a palm tree this year for Christmas. These students want to remind everyone about the beautiful palms across McAllen, especially because McAllen is the city of palms.
Picture yourself at one of McAllen's 80-plus city parks. This entry is Christmas at a city park. Here's an artistic rendition from Sabrina, who wants to see everyone enjoying the park with snow. You can ice skate or play in the snow. Dear old St. Nick is watching the families have fun and ready to deliver his gifts to the boys and girls. Don't forget your hot cocoa from their very own little factory.
Nursing is a Calling is brought to you by RGV Nurse Honor Guard. Their entry has a nightingale lamp, white roses, one rose for each nurse they have honored and had given tribute to. The RGV Nursing Honor Guard's mission is to honor all nurses, RNs and LVNs at their funerals and memorials, and to encourage new nurses into the profession of being an RN or LVN.
Our next entry is by McAllen's first tech company, Zoho Corporation, a global technology company with international headquarters in Chennai, India, that has been developing business software for 25 years. Zoho Corporation's creation represents their time in the RGV with palm trees, which reflects their philosophy of transnational localism, the belief that it does not need to be located in a major tech hub to be successful and attract top talent. The illuminated house is powered by Zoho's many business apps, as represented by their logos, while Santa Claus is flying in his sleigh saying, Zoho ho!
Xochitl, can you hear the sleigh bells coming our way? It's that time of the night to see Santa Claus. He's traveling with his reindeer who are pulling his sleigh.
Roy, it's so magical. Santa arriving for the holidays to kick off the McAllen Holiday Parade presented by HEB and powered by Bert Ogden Auto Group.
Here's the McAllen Fire Department closing our parade, making sure we are having a good time and being safe throughout the holidays.
We want to thank you so much for watching us on MCN Spectrum Channel 1300 and all of our streaming platforms for the 2022 McAllen Holiday Shoebox Parade presented by the City of McAllen. And make sure to watch the live presentation of the 2022 McAllen Holiday Parade presented by HEB and powered by Bert Ogden Auto Group, hosted by Roy and I, this Saturday, December 3rd, starting at 6 p.m. You can catch all of that right here on MCN 1300, the City of McAllen website at mcallen.net, our City of McAllen YouTube, or on the City of McAllen 311 mobile app. For the City of McAllen, I'm Xochitl Mora.
And I'm Roy Cantu. On behalf of the City of McAllen, we want to wish you and your family a very safe and Merry Christmas and a blessed Happy New Year.